This is Those Winter Sundays by Robert Hayden. Sundays too, my father got up early and put his clothes on in the blue-black cold. Then with cracked hands that ached from labor in the weekday, weather-made banked fires blaze. No one ever thanked him. I'd wake and hear the cold splintering, breaking. When the rooms were warm, he'd call, and slowly I would rise and dress, fearing the chronic angers of that house. Speaking indifferently to him who had driven out the cold and polished my good shoes as well. What did I know of love's austere and lonely offices? This is Surprise by Jane Kenyon. He suggests pancakes at the local diner, followed by a walk in search of mayflowers, while friends convene at the house, bearing casseroles and a cake, their cars pulling close along the sandy shoulders of the road, where the tender ferns unfurl into the ditches, and this year's budding leaves push last year's spectral leaves from the tips of the twigs of the ash trees. The gathering itself is not what astounds her, but the casual accomplishment with which he is lied. This is Nighttime Fires by Regina Barreca. When I was 5 in Louisville, we drove to see Nighttime Fires. Piled 7 of us, all pajamas and running noses, into the Olds. Drove fast towards smoke. It was after my father lost his job, so not getting up in the morning gave him time. Awake past midnight, he read old newspapers, with no news. Tried crosswords until he split the pencil between his teeth, mad. When he heard the wolf whine of the siren, he woke my mother, and she pushed and shoved us all into walking. Once roused, we longed for burnt wood and a smell of flames high into the pines. My old man liked driving to rich neighborhoods best, swearing in a good mood as he followed the fire engines that snaked like dragons and split the silent streets. It was a festival carnival. If there were a Cadillac or any car in a curved driveway, my father smiled a smile from a secret, brittle heart. His face lit up in the heat given off by destruction, like something was being made or was being set right. I bent my head back to see where sparks ate up the sky. My father, who never held us, would take my hand and point to falling cinders that cover the ground like snow, or excited, show us the swollen collapse of a staircase. My mother watched my father, not the house. She was happy only when we were ready to go, when it was finally over and nothing else could burn. Driving home, she would sleep in the front seat as we huddled behind. I could see his quiet face in the rearview mirror, eyes filled like hallways with smoke. This is The End of April by Phyllis Levin. Under a cherry tree, I found a robin egg, broken but not shattered. I'd been thinking of you and was kneeling in the grass among fallen blossoms when I saw it, a blue scrap, a delicate toy, as light as confetti. It didn't seem real, but nature will do such things from time to time. I looked inside. It was glistening, hollow, a perfect shell, except for the missing crown, which made it possible to look inside. What had been there is gone now and lives in my heart, where, periodically, it opens up its wings, tearing me apart. This is The Obligation to Be Happy by Linda Paston. It is more onerous than the rites of beauty or housework, harder than love, but you expect it of me casually, the way you expect the sun to come up, not in spite of rain or clouds, but because of them. And so I smile, as if my own fidelity to sadness were a hidden vice, that downward tug on my mouth, my old suspicion that health and love are brief irrelevancies, no more than laughter in the warm dark, strangled at dawn. Happiness, I try to hoist it on my narrow shoulders again, a knapsack heavy with gold coins. I stumble around the house, bump into things. Only Midas himself would understand.